Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rate Management webinar of ShipmentX. So before we start the session, let's invite our CEO, Mr. Sudhakar Vinta, to share a small introduction.
Thank you, Sushira. We'll wait for maybe a minute before everyone logs in, and then we'll start the session.
Sure.
Okay, let's start. So welcome to ShipmentX webinar series. Today we're going to discuss about the rate management, and I'm Sudhakar, founder of ShipmentX. We understand the challenges of the rate management. So the rate management, generally you procure these rates from all the carriers in an Excel or mostly in Excel format. And then you take these orders from the Excel and you format in your own style, and then you upload into the rate management. And sometimes, like if you're trying to upload to an ERP systems, or it's if any errors that sneak in through, and then it's very difficult to kind of do the tests on the OTM, and that can lead to a lot of rate management errors and all. To address this kind of problem, we created a complementary layer on the top of the OTM that almost simulates the OTM environment, and where you can run those tests outside the OTM, and then importing the data back to the OTM. So it's like our solution is like if you try to do any customizations on the standard OTM, they are very lengthy and very resource intense, and these upgrades will be a lot of challenge. So every upgrade of the ERP systems will wipe out all the customization. So you need to redo, or sometimes you need to do a lot more testing. To address that, instead of developing in the OTM or like any ERP system, we kind of build this layer that can address all these problems. So today, our team will go through how we have done that, and then how we can address most of the challenges by doing this rate management outside the ERP system. And then we are kind of in the end, like we're open for any of your questions or any of your. We'd like to discuss your current environment challenges that you're facing, and then see if we have any solution for it. Thank you, and thank you, team, and ready to take over.
Thank you, sir. First of all, thank you everyone for joining us today for a deep dive into one of the most crucial yet often overlooked components of rate management is rate management. I'm Sisira, a business analyst here at ShipmentX, and joining me is Shanmukh. And together we'll walk you through not just what our rate engine does, but why it matters for your business. So let's start with the reality on the ground. For most logistics players, rate management is manual, disjointed, and reactive. It relies on spreadsheets, isolated pricing teams, and assumptions. So the results will be revenue leakages, customer dissatisfaction, and billing mismatches. But it doesn't have to be that way. And here's how Shipment X brings structure and control to the rate management. Our rate engine is not just a pricing tool, it's a strategy enabler. It connects every element like lanes, services, charges, customers, and logic into single and intelligent flow. You define it once and reuse, automate, and optimize across the board. So we'll show you a small flow diagram broken into 2 slides. We have rate offering, rate record, rate service, lane master. So we start with the rate offering, which is the foundation from carriers, mode of transport, service levels, and validity. Then add rate records with your detailed pricing. This includes accessorial charges like detention, fuel, etc. And then we go and define the rate services to add advanced layers like expedited or hazardous cargo fees. And finally, link to your lane master geographies where rate applies. So in this phase, Shipment X steps into your logic engine. You set a rate preference, business rules, customer priorities, service conditions. The system runs rate optimization automatically, picking the best cost to service ratio. And finally, you execute rates are applied to orders with full traceability and revenue visibility. So now let's skip to a live demo of our Shipment X platform. This is the Shipment X portal, and let's explore our rate management structure inside the TMS. In Shipment X, we offer 4 distinct approaches: rate management for rate management, each designed for different operational scenarios like manual billing, pre-filled rate records and offerings, rate calendar, and quick rates. So we'll start with the first approach, which is manual billing. It is a flexible approach when the rates are not predefined in the system. And here's the flow. Let's go to the orders page to begin with. Here we select the desired order and navigate to the order financials page. In this section, you will find revenue and cost clearly separated. For revenue, we click add revenue to create a new record. Here we enter charge codes which categorize the type of charge such as freight, fuel surcharge, or handling fees. We specify the amount and, if applicable, VAT charges, which ensure compliance with tax regulations across different regions. If there are special accessorial charges, they can be added here as well. Now let's go to the cost section. Once we've added everything, we'll go to the cost section. The cost section for carrier follows exactly the same logic, giving you complete visibility into your margins. So here's the revenue breakup and the cost breakup. This method is particularly useful for one-off shipments, which are special cases or scenarios where rates need manual intervention. So let's skip to the second approach, which is pre-filled rate records and offerings. This is the core of shipment rate management. So as we have seen in the previous approach, the rate records and offerings had to be manually filled. But here we have the pre-filled rate records and offerings. So to build a proper rate structure, we start with the lane master. We define where this rate applies. This adds geologic to our pricing model. Here we are going to add our source location, city, country, and destination location, and save the lane record. Now let's go to the rate service module. Here we need to define our rate service with giving inputs like service type and product. And we need to link our lane master to this rate service to match our order locations while adding the lane master. We can also add the number of days needed to complete the trip. So once we are done with this, we will skip to the rate offering section. So this rate offering acts as our primary reference which customers, what kind of shipment, what type of tariff applies. In this rate offering, we can also add constraints with cargoes if needed, but not mandatory. Besides, we also need to add specific charges for this rate offering by customer. In the same way, we need to create a rate offering for this rate offering from the carrier side as well. So once the rate offering is added from the carrier side as well, we can then go to the rate record section. So now we get into the base cost, extra charges, and service level pricing. In this rate record, we can add additional charges, service pricing if applicable. This applies from both customer and carrier side as well. So once that's done, let's go to the rate preferences. So it applies for the carrier side as well. And then we can go to the rate preferences. We configure the logic, prioritize cheapest option or fastest option based on the rate offerings, rate recorders, and customers' SLAs. So we can do all of them right here in this page. And for the rate execution, let's go back to the order. Now watch this. So we select the configured records, apply them to the order, and then we can instantly view the revenue breakup. So that's how it's done with this second approach. Now let's go to the third approach, which is our rate calendar. So here's how it works. Both customers and carriers can upload their monthly rate plans based on lanes, products, or service levels. These rates are stored in a calendar format, as you can see, allowing the user to simply select a date during order processing. The system then auto applies the correct rates for that date and lane. This method is extremely efficient for seasonal pricing, contract-based rates, or when rates vary predictability over time.
Okay. Cicera, there is a question, maybe we can address the question as well in between. So someone like Lakshmi is asking about this tool available in the OTM, and what is the need for this, again, doing outside the OTM. So what it does is we created a layer on the top of the OTM, and it simulates the somewhat the rate record, rate preference, and all this are similar to OTM. And so if you need to do any customizations or validations and all, this will be very difficult to catch once it goes to the OTM. So we kind of created a layer, an application that simulates the OTM, and then you can do all these errors. And if you have any special requirements also, you can do it. And then we can import these orders from the Oracle. You can check these new rates with the real-time Oracle shipments. And then and then see if there is if everything is working fine and good, and then you can import it back into the to the Oracle OTM tables. So why? So this layer gives them um, any errors that it will avoid any customizations on the standard ERP, because if you do any customizations or any custom development, it's kind of, it's very lengthy, and then as I mentioned, it's very resource intense, and then every upgrade you need to worry about whether this new customization will go through or not. And that's the reason that we kind of build outside the OTM, so that you need not to worry about the upgrades, and upgrades work seamlessly. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the explanation. So, as we've talked about the rate calendar, our next approach would be quick rates. And this is the last approach that we are going to show. And this is the fastest way to update rates in bulk. The user downloads a standard Excel template from the system. So they fill in rate IDs, lane IDs, and charge details in the spreadsheet. So these are all the sections that the user has to fill. We have predefined drop-downs where they can select any one of the option. And once that's done, they have to upload it back into the quick rate section. So this is a completely filled spreadsheet. So once uploaded back into the quick rate section, the system automatically updates the order financials with new charges. So this is very important, as if there are any errors or validation breaches, we can it is streamlined right here, and we can make changes right here, which is a great feature to have. This approach is perfect for bulk rate changes. For example, when fuel surcharge percentages change, or when adding promotional rates. So after our rate management configuration and applying rates to the orders, we can move to the next part, that is billing and invoice. Now let's move into generating bills and invoice for our customer and carrier, which acts as a closure point for this rate management flow in our TMS. So here's how we can generate bills and invoice in our TMS system. Now we'll show you a glimpse of our OTM and ShipmentX integration in action. You'll see an end-to-end updates happening seamlessly between both the systems.
So this is basically we are importing the orders directly from the OTM and to our shipment X, and then we can run through any of the rate management validations. We're just showing this one. We just showed the last week in the last session of our webinar. So we're just kind of playing the same script. So basically, it's we are trying to get the orders from the OTM to our shipment X, and then we can run through the same orders, whatever the new uploaded rates, so that you don't need to, you can validate this rate management ahead of time. I mean, like before you upload these rates back into the OTM.
So coming back to our presentation, we'll be showing you a real world use case now. Like one of our retail clients had over 40% of their shipments priced manually. And in 3 months, with ShipmentX, they've automated over 90% of the rate applications and deducted the rate mismatches by 14%. So this was basically because of the change in the structure. So we'll now just recap the benefits. So one of the main benefits from this is you define once and reuse across geographies. No more manual rate hunting, accurate financial planning, reduced billing disputes, integrated with your TMS and or ERP systems. So with ShipIndex, rate management becomes proactive and optimized, not a bottleneck. So if you have any questions, please post them in the chat box. I think we have Jim.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
So we have one. Jim is asking about the naming convention between the OTM and the shipment X is kind of same, or the fields. Yeah, we do kind of taking care of that part, and we do have. I mean, we send the same APIs, and we know the limitations of this thing, and we also, especially most of the times, the rate management naming convention, and then the short names that you use for all these lanes and routes and all matter a lot. So we kind of use the same. We have that flexibility to I mean, like we use the same some level of the same naming convention. So so that the data can be input seamlessly into the OTM.
Okay, so is there any other questions? So if there aren't any other questions,
maybe I'll just go through like why we have done this. And so the main reason for this is like I mentioned, any customizations on the standard ERP is kind of problem. And if you try to do customize it within the OTM, it's the cycles can be very lengthy and very time consuming, and then every upgrade is a challenge. So we can address all those things, and then if you have very specific requirements which are not inside the standard ERP, we can address that. So this we have a multiple things that we can do, and today we chose the OTM. I mean, like the rate management. So we have a similar add-on functionality on the top of the OTM, similar to like this, so that your standard customizations shouldn't be taking long or lengthy. And we'd love to okay, so can you unmute the mic? Vivek, can you unmute the mic if someone wants to talk?
Okay, Sanjeev, I'll unmute your mic.
So is there an option to unmute all? I mean, like whoever wants to do it voluntary, but instead of we giving an approval. Yeah.
I'll check into that, sir. Sanjeev, if you have any questions, you can feel free to speak. Okay. The mics are allowed for everyone right now. So if anyone has any question, they can feel free to ask them.
I think is still running a problem of. Okay. So what are your current challenges with the rate management? Uh, Sanju, are you typing that, or is can you able to talk now?
Yeah, I can speak right now. I
Okay.
don't think I had a specific question, but I was just earlier, I was trying to see if the mics are operational so people could speak. And it seems like it's operational at this point in time.
Yeah. So we have a lot more things that we can do, and we can schedule, like if you want to explore your own scenarios that is quite challenging or something, we can come or like we can schedule a call and address those challenges like in a later time. So can you post our email ID so that they can reach out for any of the queries?
Sure. And also we have this QR here, like where you can scan and schedule a demo whenever you are available.
Yeah, that's definitely good because I definitely want to go a little deeper into the product, and that'll be helpful.
Yeah, and I just posted my email as well. Reach out to me anytime, and love to address the challenges, and then we can go more specific to your requirements um, whenever you get time.
Do we have any help link like OTM like for shipment X?
Yeah, we do have I mean, what we are doing is like we have a TMS system that has some of the functionality, and we are kind of a add-on layer. We complement the OTM, and either some of the players that we address their challenges outside the OTM, so that they don't need to worry about the customizations and the standard ERP. And we have a lot more functionality um, that can. So the ERP systems comes with a standard functionality, but there is each customer has very unique requirement, and that could be they might be putting into the next release or something. We can address those challenges, and then we can address a lot of these limitations as well. So we provided our solution is used by world's largest I mean like a transporter. So this solution has a lot of depth that can address a lot of use cases as well.
And we've also explained about OTM in our previous webinar, which you can find in our LinkedIn platform itself. I think that will help you.
We can send them a personal note or message about all this, like the additional material or resources.
Yeah, yes, sir, we'll do that.
So for this specifically, the rate management, does it require to subscribe your complete TMS or does it work independently, only this rate management component? How does it work?
Yeah, it can work as a complete as a tool, only rate management as a tool. So they don't need to do all this, the entire TMS. So this entire our solution. So this is a rate management tool that a customer can use it.
Okay.
And the pricing and other elements, if people want to find out, is it through a website or is it conversation?
It's through conversation.
Okay. And the website, I'm assuming, has all the use cases and scenarios, the comparisons and whatnot.
Yeah, to an extent. So we kind of cover very broadly, like a very specific things. We can go more deep dive because we couldn't able to put everything on the website. Yeah, but
Okay.
okay. So we'll give maybe 2 more minutes and then okay, close it. Thank you all. Thank you for attending, and please do reach out to us, and I'd love to kind of check how we can address your challenges, or at least we get to know what is your challenge. Someone asking this. We kind of more generic. We are not. We have a pricing model, but we're not. We're not very kind of. We understand the industry and challenges, so we will. You get the value for whatever you guys paying for it. So we. And then we cut down this time a lot. So we do have LTL and FTL rates, and then we also cover the visibility and seamless integration with a lot of other functionality as well. And we also can procure the rate quotes we have a rate engine that can go and then get all the rate quotes from all the carriers for LTL and FTL rate quotes, and then some level of a spot tendering as well.
I hope we've answered all your questions. So let's finish the session now. Thank you everyone for joining and showing a lot of interest. And if you have any other queries, or if you want to go looking for us in detail, you want to see our system in detail, you can book a demo or reach out to our email ID. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Arun.
Thank you all. Thanks, everyone.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.